Hi, everybody. I'm Denise Thibodeau, IWH coach and mentor. And this is my beautiful and amazing friend, Brenda Graham, who has her story. She wants to share her testimony of what's happened to her since she said yes to some changes in her life. So if you want to just kind of share your story, that would be awesome.
Okay, well, I was scrolling along and I seen a post that mentioned that you could take um, a quiz and find out your health numbers. And at that point in my life, I was in really bad shape. I've had some really terrible illnesses, and I kind of felt like I was um, at a loss. There was really no hope. Everything I tried hadn't worked. I tried all kinds of things that companies promised that it was going to work, and it didn't. And when I seen this post, I thought, well, what if I got to lose? I can at least find out where they think I'm at and where I could start from, and then at that point I could make a decision. So I did it, and my numbers were apparently bad. They were in the minus like 109, I believe.
Yeah,
And
I kind of nicknamed you my negative 109 girl because
yeah,
your story is so remarkable. So here we go. You've been unveiled.
yeah, it's me. Yeah. So anyway, Denise did have a meeting with me and explained what the numbers meant and give me some suggestions of where we could start. And because of my particular situation, I wasn't able to tolerate a lot because of some issues with my stomach and whatnot. So we started really slowly and started on tangy tangerine and some mineral sticks and some bee pollen, and started with that. And then as I started feeling a bit better, we started adding some more things. Um, in the beginning, I had so much trouble doing anything. I'd been pretty well bedridden for like a year and a half. Um, so like I couldn't even take the dishes out of the dishwasher. I would take one plate out, get it into the cupboard, and then think, oh, I don't know if I've got it in me to do one more. Um, my husband wanted to help and do it for me, and I begged him, please don't, because it's the only thing that I'm trying to push myself so that I know. Today, I have been unloading all the dishwasher, loading it back up, making meals, doing laundry, cleaning out drawers. I'm back to my hobby of quilting. In the last month, I've made 2 jackets and 2 quilt tops, so I think I'm doing pretty good there.
No
Um,
kidding.
yeah,
And did you start driving again? There was a point you hadn't driven for 3.5 years, and now you can go back. I know you don't want to drive that much, but you can drive now, right?
I can, and it's a good thing I can because my husband broke his shoulder and wasn't allowed to drive for 6 weeks. So guess who got to drive him to all his appointments and to the groceries? And so I was thankful that I was able to do it. I'm thankful to be able to be chauffeured again, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What's really interesting about your journey, right? Because it all started at that you got super, super sick and some pretty unbelievable things were happening to your body. And so, um, one thing I have to say to you is I thank you for trusting me that we were going to take this journey together. And one of the things that I remember you saying, thank you for not pushing me. Thank you for just, because I was very cautious with you as we walked through, and it was about taking things slowly. And I know that flavor, your palate doesn't always likes, you know, some of the flavors. And you said something really funny to me. It says, what was it about the way you feel doesn't matter how it tastes? What was that you said to me?
I can't remember now, but I do know that now that I realize what I'm getting from it, I really don't care what it tastes like. I'll like mix it real thick and shoot it down if I have to, like if I don't like something, because I really have seen the benefits of everything that I've used so far. So, and
So go
yes,
ahead.
I was just going to say, and recently I had um, a bit of a, setback, and I wasn't able to tolerate a lot, and I had to stop taking some of the products for a few days. And I'm happy to report I'm back on them, and I'm back feeling better. And I realized that without them, what my life was. I didn't realize how horrible it was until I was forced to be off them. I was too nauseated to take them. And it wasn't that I didn't want to take them, because I still want to take them, and I don't want to ever be without them, but I was forced off them. And now that I'm back on them, and I'm just like, I can't believe what my life was like. I was so dependent on running constantly back and forth to the washroom, and so uncomfortable and pain, and just it was so bad that I think it went on for so long that it became second nature. And then when it happened again for that short few days, I realized like how bad it is. And it also gave me um, I don't know, if I guess confidence to say in myself that I wasn't making it up. It wasn't all in my mind, which I've been told by several doctors, and then people make you feel that way. And I think I was being hard on myself. So now I'm allowing myself to um, just realize that I'm not hard on myself. It was my body. It's starting to heal itself. I just can't imagine where this is going to end, because, well, there won't, I don't know about end, but I don't know where we're going with this, because I feel so much better now. I'm just not really sure what that means for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's been so
Well,
long that I can hardly remember what my life was like before. So,
it's interesting, right? Because I remember you calling me on a Friday afternoon saying, I just went to my doctor's.
yeah,
And when you FaceTime me, I'm like, because we started this journey, I guess, May 21st, and we're now on August. So May, June, July, August, 3 months. And it started turning around really, really quickly.
yeah,
But I remember that Friday afternoon, probably what, 4 weeks maybe in, or 5 weeks maybe. And you popped up on that FaceTime with me. And I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't even really like your physical look of how you were very like drawn and dark eyes. And now you're vibrant and there's life in you, because there's life in your body. It's regenerating, it's coming back to life. um, that was a really, for me personally, when I saw that, it was like, oh, because you just don't know when you start something, right? You just don't know if it's going to work or not, right? And it may not work for everybody, but it sure is working for you. So one of the things Brenda's also done is that she was on Tangy Tangerine, which is a mineral drink that you take with amino acids and vitamins, and she really did not like the taste. So then we moved to a new product that was developed in November, I think it came out, called Rise and Restore. And so it's a morning drink you take and then an evening drink. Can you tell us a little bit about the differences for you and what's happened?
yes. I like the taste of it. I've got to say, in the beginning, I really wasn't a fan of the nighttime one, the Restore. But I've gotten to like it, and I don't want to be without it. I find that in the morning, it gives me a little bit of like a pick me up kind of a feeling with the rise. And I look forward to it. It's more of a routine for me. So I do it first thing in the morning with a glass of water and mix it in. And then I wait a while, I have my breakfast. And then in the evening, um, I was having trouble because I felt like it was kind of gritty kind of feeling, and kind of put me off a little bit. Plus, it's quite strong, and I had to figure out how much liquid to put with it to make it appealing. And I recently didn't take it the one night and didn't sleep very well. So since I've been taking it, I've been sleeping on an average of 7.5 to 9 hours a night. And when I mean sleep, I mean I don't remember anything. A couple of nights ago, I don't know if I forgot it or if I don't know, but I didn't take it. And I slept 4.5 hours, but it really wasn't a very good sleep. I was constantly awake, looking around, checking the clock. So um, I gotta say, I don't want to be without that product either. Like
Yeah.
it's really,
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
It's pretty remarkable, your journey. So what are you looking forward to as we continue moving forward and discovering
Well,
what health and wellness actually is?
like I said, I'm not really sure 100% where that's going to take me, but I'm still open to suggestions and I want to keep taking it faithfully and let my body heal because I know even though I've had such a remarkable recovery, I realize that the damage that was done is quite severe, so it's going to take some time, and I'm okay with that. One thing I do want to add about the restore, when I was mentioning I didn't like the taste of it, the grittiness, I wanted to mention that Denise had mentioned that I could put it in hot water and have it as a tea, and I was like, oh no, no, I don't think so. But I did try putting it in a little bit of like half a cup of hot water, like boiling water, and mix it, and then add it into my ice water. And it mixes really well, and you don't have that grittiness. So if anybody's struggling with that, that's definitely like that's been a big game changer. So yeah,
And the Restore has beets in it, so it's got
yeah,
that earthy flavor, but beets are very good for our cardiovascular. Um, and it does great things for that. So it's good for your heart and your vascular system, and it's amazing. So I find that's the flavor that a lot of people like, oh, it's earthy. That's how I like to describe it. But
yeah,
what I appreciate is like, I know what it does for me, so I'm stepping past the flavor. And some people love it, right? Everybody's palate is super different, so it's kind of
yeah.
cool that way.
And I think it's got a lot to do with how much liquid you put with it. Like for me in the beginning, I was telling you that I was putting it in a little wee tiny bit of water and shooting it because I was like, no, I'm
Yeah,
not doing a big glass of that. No way. But I found out the more water I put in it, the more it neutralizes it down and I put ice in it and it's really good. So I think I put about 22 ounces or so of water and then a couple of handfuls of ice
yeah.
with that scoop of it. And I like it. And yes, it does taste kind of earthy, but it also, like, it's got some celery or something. It's very, once you get used to it, it's actually, I'm enjoying it now.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And our journey started very slowly. We never went. We took a long time to get to a full scoop. We
Yeah.
started like, please don't do it because it's pretty potent stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was like quarter, start with a quarter, and then you move to half, and then we moved to 3/4, and I think that's really important. So I appreciate that you originally started with, the, I think you saw a video that we did on the trauma cream, which is the CM cream and trauma oil, because you had a
Yes.
lot of pain. So I think you started with that, and then we moved into the evaluation. And I just really want to say thank you for doing that evaluation, because when we do the evaluation, it gives you a story, a discovery of what actually is happening within your body. And then from there, you have factual information to proceed from. Because there's an interview after the fact, right? We download what that looks like, why you're feeling those ways, why those numbers there. And it's in the discovery of the story that we find solutions. And how did you feel when we did that? You feel better, like confident? What was that like for you?
Yeah. Um, I I was really shocked when I called you that day after the doctors, and doctor said to me, "I don't know what you're doing." Like I was trying to tell him, "Is it okay if I take this, that?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're doing. Just keep doing it." He didn't even want to hear about what I was doing. He was just like, "Do it." So um, I think knowing that my numbers are improving. I went from like minus 109. I think the last time was like at 45 or something.
You want to know? 'Cause I got it
Yes,
right here. So your first number was negative 109, and then you were 44.
44. Yeah.
Like
That's,
literally that, and you took that probably 6 weeks in, I
yeah.
would think. He asked if I could redo that.
Mhm.
That's signature. So if we went across paths, where do you think you'd be today?
Same place where I was with no hope and very minimal life. Like, so I'm thankful and, yeah, I'm really appreciative. And I really appreciate the fact that you were able to not make me feel like I was being pushed into something because I've been pushed so many times into things that didn't work and people were just trying to get sales.
Yeah,
And
no.
you can see that in a person. You can actually like it, depending on how bad you want something, but you can usually tell that the person isn't very authentic. But sometimes you just don't have any hope and you hope for the best and try it. But with you, you were completely different. You were like, yeah, we're gonna go slow, and you didn't make me feel like I had to buy something. You gave me options and then told me whatever I decided to do was up to me. And I appreciated that because like I said, I really didn't have any confidence in it to begin with. So
Yeah, I
I,
understand exactly where you're coming from, right? Because it's something that's so new and so different and so, you know, when somebody else says, yeah, it's gonna work, and you go like, yeah, whatever, right? It's not until you experience it that you really realize, whoa, well,
yeah. And for me, my situation's so unique that even doctors don't know how to deal with me. Like they're baffled. When I go to the emergency room or whatever, they're like, they have no idea how to deal with me because what I have is so rare. So for me to have something to work for me is kind of unbelievable because I don't absorb things. So what you take and absorb isn't, if I took the same thing, I'm not going to be able to absorb it. So the fact that I was taking little wee amounts in the beginning and seeing a difference was like, wow. So I am absorbing it. So I guess the products are so made so properly for you to be able to absorb that they're unlike everything else that I tried.
yeah,
So that's very amazing.
yeah. And I think when you're going down a journey that you're new to, is that when you discover that you can trust, that's the biggest win in my, yeah, I could do this, I can trust. And
Yeah.
it helps you believe that there's more to come.
Yeah.
So, any parting words before we close?
Yeah. I do have a lot of other products that I'm taking that I'm very partial to. Um, three others actually that I take on a regular basis is the microbiome, which is helping my digestive big time, and the I-26, and the collagen. So the collagen, my nails have already started to smooth out. They were very rigid and very dry, and they were splitting and like splitting lengthways, not
Yeah.
this way.
Mhm.
So they're starting to fix, and my stomach is getting under control. I recently tried the vanilla um, I-26, and it's okay. I really like I like the one that doesn't have any flavor, because then I can add it to whatever I want. But I
Yeah,
found that if I add it into like a shake or something like that, you don't even know it's there. So
yeah.
my shakes are like loaded up. My husband was watching me make my shake and he says, "What'd you put in mine?" I was like, "Nothing." Like, I just put your powder. He goes, "What do you got in yours?" And I'm like, "I got about 4 or 5 products. It's okay."
That's
But
my smoothie in the morning too, right? It's got I do tangy tangerine, I do the I-26, which is the gut health, and then I do the calcium goes in there, and my husband's working in the kitchen. This is good. And then I do the collagen as well. So
yeah,
it's a good thing.
yeah.
So I just want to say thank you for sharing your story with us. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out. We're here to help. And you know, you might have identified a lot of things, that Brenda's gone through. You might be going, oh, that's me. So don't hesitate. Reach out to whomever shared this video with you, and health starts with an evaluation. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Thanks for everything, guy.
Thank you.